What's up guys, it's Jason with MP3D, and today we're going to talk about 3D printing things from the Marvel Universe. Let's go! That's right guys, today we're talking about 3D printing. We're going to talk about what you can 3D print if you're really into the Marvel Universe or Avengers, things that you can be 3D printing today if you get a 3D printer and some filament. So I have all different sizes of character busts that I have printed and small figures off of Myminifactory and Thingiverse, which are all free files. Now I do have the Infinity Gauntlet here. This was not 3D printed. I purchased this from Hasbro a while back. These are really difficult to find now. As a matter of fact, I had someone send me a message just recently offering me a really ridiculous amount of money for this, which I'm not taking. I'm not a person who collects to sell. I collect to keep. So anyway, I have a Creality CR10s. You guys can look it up. I can put a description and kind of where you can find that online. I think I bought mine from I really don't know what website I bought it from. I looked on and found the best price. I'm not sure if it was Light in the Box or Gearbox, but it was one of those. But I'll put some different ones. You can go on their websites and look up the type of 3D printer that I used. But I wanted to tell you that you don't have to have a Creality CR10s. You can do a Creality CR10, one of the more basic ones, and you can print all of these. And even if you have a smaller 3D printer, you can print these as well. So I'm going to start out with some of the smaller ones because, you know, obviously a lot of you guys are going to get started with the smaller, more, I guess, money-friendly 3D printer, which I totally encourage you to do just to get started. But this is just a small little Deadpool figure that I got off, I think, Myminifactory. I'll put a link to that if you're interested. But I absolutely love these little figurines. So this is a Deadpool figure that you can be 3D printing today. This is actually a free file that you can get off of either Thingiverse or Myminifactory. Here is a really cool Thanos figure that I love. I love these characters like this. I would love to have a whole collection of these. But this is Thanos. He looks like a giant bean or a peel. But I'll do some close-up video of these. But this printed, I want to say this printed with just very minimal supports just on the bottom area, but this was a super easy print. It probably took, I don't know how many hours. I didn't keep track of the hours on these. Again, I do like videos where they show people 3D printing things and showing it the fast motion and the time lapses, but I'm not doing that today just because I had started doing all that stuff and then waited a really long time. These have been printed for a while, and I have since kind of deleted a bunch of videos, and I think those got deleted. So anyway, these are two figures that you can be 3D printing right away. Something you could do on any size 3D printer that you get. Now, going to these larger ones, we have, let's start with this, and I have a video about Deadpool, but this was printed in a gold filament that I basically just aged with, did some basic aging with this and just added black and browns to this until it turned it into almost like a bronze color. But this was 3D printed on the CR10s as well. Super really clean print. I'll do some close-ups of this, but as you guys can see, this was printed with, I don't think I had any supports on this one at all, which is phenomenal. If you can find a print that comes off the print bed without any supports, that's awesome. Another one of those, and I'm going to leave these last two, but the Spider-Man, and this one actually, I'm not sure, I think this one printed with some supports that popped right off under the chin, as you can see the overhang, but this is a really cool bust. I was going to paint this and do some really cool stuff with it, but I just think it looks so cool just as is. It's really shiny, but this could be something you could 3D print on most of your 3D printers you guys have today. I may have sized this up a little bit just for my purposes, just because I'm actually going to make a bigger one, because I want to have every one of the original Avengers. I want to have, you know, like Iron Man and Captain America. I want to have really big busts of those in my display that's in my 3D printing area. Speaking of the original 6, we have Captain America here, which is super cool. This bust, he printed with, I think, just very minimal supports under the chin, but you could be 3D printing this today. You could even size it down in whatever software you use. You could shrink it down to fit your printer, but I wanted to go big, and I may actually print an even larger one at some point. But I love the blue. I don't know if I'm going to paint that one. If I do anything, I may age it. I did post on my Instagram a while back, should I paint this? And a lot of people said no, they liked it just as is. And then last but not least, we're talking about Thanos here. This one printed with very few supports as well under the chin, but these just print so ridiculously well. David on Myminifactory, you guys, I'll put a link to his thing on Myminifactory. This was with very little, if any, supports whatsoever. This is just a phenomenal bust here. This one, I did one for myself, and then I did one for my son. But these are things you guys can be 3D printing right away. And I just kind of wanted to show you guys some of the really cool things, depending on what you're into, whether it's Marvel, whether it's DC, whatever. There are things out there that you can get off the internet, off of Myminifactory Thingiverse, that you can print for free today. Now, some you do have to buy the files. I've been looking at some Game of Thrones files that I'm actually going to purchase off of a couple of websites that I'm going to be doing videos for, so be looking for those. But a lot of these files came and they were free files. So, and none of these have been finished. This one I just bronzed it just to make it look cool. This one I may age it to make it look cool, but you know, these are just as is, as they came off the print bed, just taking away their supports. But listen, you know, 3D printing, there's really no limits. The only thing that limits you is the files. If you can find the files and you can print them, you know, if you can purchase them online or you can find the free ones. But get out there and look around on Thingiverse and Myminifactory. You'd be surprised how many of those files out there that are free. But if you're new to 3D printing, you know, do your research, watch videos on how to do all that stuff. I'm not doing a setup video on how to do all these things. There's tons of information out there. But if you're interested in the minifigures and stuff like that and busts of some of your favorite characters from Marvel, I know I want to get on these and get a lot of the End Game files and stuff and start 3D printing those. I'd like to 3D print a version of this. If you've seen the latest movie, there's a new version of this that I would like to 3D print. And I won't go any further than that because I don't want to spoil anything for anybody. But I would like to redo this, and I found a couple of guys that I follow that are actually doing that. So I may reach out to them to purchase those files so I can 3D print that. But anyway, that's all really for this video today. I just wanted to show you guys some of the cool things. I'm going to show you some close-ups of these so you can kind of see the detail that goes into these, and they're just really phenomenal. So thank you guys so much. We're really getting close to 1,000 subscribers, and just I appreciate everybody that watches my stuff. You know, it's always humbling to see how many people actually watch your videos, and seeing those numbers when you look at your details on information and who's watching and how long they're watching your videos. I'm always humbled to watch that. So thank you guys so much. I look forward to doing a lot of new material for you guys this year. I want to be 3D printing a lot more of these, and you will get some time lapses and things like that. I'm not going to try to bore you with a ton of time lapses, but I do want to show you guys some finished products and stuff like that, stuff that you can do. You don't have to be an artist to finish a lot of these. So anyway, that's it on this video, guys. Thank you so much. Please hit the subscribe button, hit the bell so you can get notifications when I get new stuff. And with that said, I don't know if I can even snap with this. We'll see you next time. Let's see. That wasn't a snap. That's the best I can do, just on the fly. So anyway, check you guys next time. Peace.